Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to rock and roll here for the season finale of the HomeTown Hero Series. Welcome in to the beautiful Sunshine State. It's Volusia Speedway Park here for the season finale of this HomeTown Hero Series. 5 races here this evening. 5 races coming to a close as a 5-race series coming to an end. These drivers looking for their biggest opportunity to try to pick up the final checkered flag of the season. An extra 10 laps has been added on to the race here for the feature event, and each and every one of these drivers is going to be looking to use that extra 10 laps to their advantage to maybe put themselves into victory lane. There's another good field of cars, another good group of drivers joins the racetrack here. They're rolling out there for a quick little bit of warm-up session as they roll out on the racetrack. See Landon Price in the 27 ride, looking to have himself a good run there in the Black Diamond Mafia number 27 machine. We see Jacob Lassiter out there as well in his Hot Lap Heroes number 51 machine. Tyler Burrow rolling out there in the Tag 3 BLR, Volusia Speed Shop number 35, and then you see Tanner Euling out there as well in the 58D. Dylan Murray looking for another good run. His Black Diamond Mafia Volusia Speed Shop number 3 ride. A beautiful looking paint scheme here for that 3 machine of Dylan Murray here this evening as Michael Thompson out there in the 71 ride. We see Ty Dickinson, the Black Diamond Mafia Papa Mike Promotions number 67 ride. That E&D Farms machine looking very fresh out there on the racetrack as that 09 laser engraving ride gonna roll down pit side. All these drivers looking to have themselves a wonderful evening here at the track as the laps continue to click down here. Time is running out for this practice session, and that means our first heat race will get underway here in just a few more moments. So make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button. So we're going to get ready to set them loose here this evening. Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun. Yo, what's good, Gary Gilmore? What's good, my boy? What's good, Gary? Gary coming in, showing the love. What's good, homie? Gary coming in, mashing that thumbs up on the broadcast as well, coming in with the like on the stream as everyone getting rolled in here, everyone getting primed and ready, just like these drivers. A late race show, but it's going to be a good one, ladies and gentlemen. A very, very good one. Season finale here of this series. And there's a lot of drivers that have been looking very, very good here week after week after week. There's been a lot of good, tough competition, and these guys are not going to be any slouches out there this evening. Drivers are going to be looking for their first checker flag, maybe their first good run of the season, and trying to finish off the night with a good run and a good finish could advance you into an extra payday here in the points championship. Garrett Marshall coming in with the like on the stream. What's good, Garrett? Garrett coming in, showing the love. Gary Gilmore Jr. coming in with that share on the stream as well. Nate Walker coming in with that share is Matt Fletcher, my boy Matty coming in with that heart reaction. Blake Bailey coming in with the like on the stream as well. Says go Nate Walker, cheering on Mr. Walker out there on the racetrack. Oh, this can be fun, man. There's a lot of good drivers. There's a lot of fast cars out there on the racetrack. It's going to be tough sledding for a lot of these drivers to try to work themselves up through the field. It's going to be tough for drivers to try to work themselves to the front of the packs here, especially in these heat races, as these heat races can be very, very treacherous. If you start deeper in the field, if you start towards the back of the pack, you got to make some passes quickly here to try to work yourself into that, the top 4 here to transfer through into that A main feature event. You don't want to find yourself starting deep in the field in a B main or starting deep in the field in this feature event. Skylar Pruitt, my boy Pruitt coming in with the like on the stream. Ty Dickinson coming in with that heart reaction as well. Ty coming in showing the love, says, oh, hi. Hey, Ty, how are you, brother? How are you, Mr. Dickinson, coming in, showing the love here tonight. As Maddie says, I'm just here for the beer and EOLs. Listen, ain't nothing better to do on a Monday night than drink beers and hand out EOLs. That is for certain, Maddie. That's for certain. Garrett Marshall, yeah, DM Matt Fletcher. What have you been doing? What have you been doing? Get a hold of them. Get into those DMs. Slide in there. Slide into Fletcher's DMs. You He wants to whisper sweet nothings into your ear. I mean, I don't know what he wants, but he says DM him. It's Jacob Laster rolling out there on the track. See Landon Price out there as well as Matt Fletchell says, Aaron Woods, you ready for season 2? Oh, brother, you know I am. Ty says, I'm here to finish last and to drink beer. As long as you have fun doing it, Ty. As long as you have fun doing it, brother, that's all that matters. Tommy Gregg says Nate Walker in the house. Cheering on Mr. Walker here this evening, as well as Dylan Murray with the like and the share on the stream. What's good, Nate? What's good, Dylan? What's good, my boy? What's up, Leia? What's up, Dylan? What's good, Mr. Murray? How are you this evening? How you doing? Hopefully you're having yourself a wonderful night as we get ready here for heat race number 1. Heat race number 1 going to roll into the racetrack, and starting on the pole in the Hot Lap Heroes number 51 ride, it is the 789 Designs number 51 machine of Jacob Lassiter. To his outside, that is the Volusia Speed Shop number 23 of Matt George. Starting in position number 3, another one of those TAC 3 Team CFM Esports Volusia Speed Shop rides is the 17 ride of Jeremiah Johnson. To his outside in the Gears Unlimited number 15, that is Nicholas Ely. Inserting in position number 5 in the 37 ride, that is Brandon Marlowe. To his outside in the Black Diamond Mafia number 3 machinist, the Volusia Speed Shop Sweet Tea Gang Nueva Designs ride, that is Dylan Murray. Inserting in position number 7 in the number 35, it's the VLR TAC 3 Team CFM Esports ride of Tyler Burrow. Tanner Ewing to his outside in the Red Bull Racing ride as the 85T there in 8th, and bringing up the rear of the field, you see that Shot Real Smooth machine. That is the 00 of Jason Luther. As we are quickly green flag racing here in this one, Jacob Lassiter quickly onto the loud pedal. Lassiter going to lead us down the back straightaway as here comes Matt George with a big run. Slides up in front of the 17 of Jeremiah Johnson. A good battle back here for a second as George going to wash up the racetrack. Here comes the 15 of Ely. He's looking to split them and go 3 wide. Ely right down the middle as here comes the 17. Going to slide up in front of that 23 and the 15 machine as they battle here for position number 2. Jacob Lassiter out in front looking to try to run away with this one. Jeremiah Johnson holding on to second as Ely there in third. Matt George in position number 4 and looking for more as Brandon Marlowe there in that 5th position. Tyler Burrow up into 6th here as Dylan Murray there in 7th. Jason Luther back there in 8th, and Terry Ewing bringing up the rear of the field in that 9th position. As Lassiter continues to lead the way here, showing these drivers how to get it done here this evening. A very tacky racetrack. Still, these drivers have a lot of room and a lot of different lanes to kind of roll out there on the track. It's setting up to be a good one here this evening. Yo, Papa Mike in the house. Papa Mike coming in, showing the love, and my boy Skylar Pruitt. Skylar coming in, setting it off with the 96-star donation coming in, setting it off here of the 96 ride. Yo, Skylar, my boy, congratulations. I saw you picked up a win this weekend in your street stock, brother. That's absolutely awesome. That's amazing. Many more to come this season, but a huge congratulations to Mr. Pruitt picking up the first win of the season here in that number 96 ride. It's Jacob Lassiter out in front. He's looking to pick up the first win here of this evening's festivities as he continues to lead the way. He's got a decent lead. It's a little contact back there behind him. Fortunately there for Nicholas Ely, he slides up the racetrack here. More contact as Brandon Marlowe slides in front of Jeremiah Johnson down across the line. Brandon Marlowe up into third here as top 4 will transfer through, but I do believe everybody will make it into the show here this evening. But I do know for certain that the top 4 will advance into the show no matter what. As the white flag has been displayed, Jacob Lassiter cruise control here at the front of the field as he's got a 1.6 second advantage between himself and Matt George. Brandon Marlowe, Nicholas Ely are top 4 right now as things getting tight deeper in the field. Lassiter will pick up the checkered flag though, drives it home. A nice easy win there for the 51 ride as Matt George, Brandon Marlowe, and Nicholas Ely are top 4 here in this one. Skyler coming in with the number ones, baby. You know it. Skyler coming in, showing the big lump here. Always number one out there on the racetrack. Always number one in our hearts. Let's go, brother. Let's get it. Many more wins this season. Nate Walker says, I don't think I've started better than 7th in a heat race all season. Oh, Nate. Oh, that sucks, brother. I just saw the heat race gridding order, and man, that is some tough luck there for you, brother. That's some tough luck for you, Mr. Walker. That is for certain. Steven Stefanski coming with the like on the stream. Papa Mike coming in with that heart reaction. CSC Motorsports coming in with the share. Braden Carter coming in with that like on the broadcast as well. My boy Jake Stefanski. Jake coming in, dropping the thumbs up here on the broadcast. Is Philip Cunningham coming in with that like as well. As we get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go. Heat race number 2. Gonna get underway and starting on the pole. It's Fast Eddie, the 21 ride of Eddie Farnes in that top spot. To his outside, the Black Diamond Mafia, Volusia Speed Shop, Papa Mike Promotion, Sweet Tea Gang ride. That is Skylar Pruitt. Landon Price, they're in position number 3 with Michael Thompson. They're in 4th. Braden Carter, Ty Dickinson, Tristan Sykes, Bobby Murray, and Nate Walker in the 56, bringing up the rear of the field. As Nasty Nate trying to work himself from deep in the pack towards a transfer spot, quickly looking underneath the one ride of Bobby Murray. As Eddie Farnes out in front looking at clean and green here, but he gets beat across the line. The 27 of Landon Price going to use that inside lane down through 3 and 4, and he's going to take that top spot away from Fast Eddie. As Eddie going to slide back to second here. He's still trying to work to the outside of that 27 ride. Can't quite get to that outside quarter panel there. Trying to reel him back in as Skylar Pruitt back there in 3rd, trying to figure out a way to get up and around this 21 ride. He's going to try to keep himself up in the high side here, but that's going to open up the door for the 5 machine of Braden Carter. As the CSC Motorsports machine quickly working himself up into position number 4, and he's looking for more as he looks down to the inside here of the 96 ride of Skylar Pruitt. You see Fast Eddie Farnes rolling down to the inside lane there through 3 and 4 as well. He's going to poke his nose back up on the high side here in 1 and 2, and that may open up the door here for that 5 ride of Braden Carter to try to work himself to the front of the field. As Landon Newman out in front, going to click off another lap in the Black Diamond Mafia. Volusia Speed Shop number 27 ride as he rolls out in front, only about half a car length between himself and Eddie Farnes. Braden Carter right there within striking distance, and Skylar Pruitt in that 4th and final transfer position. Tristan Sykes there in position number 5. He's got Michael Thompson, Nate Walker back there behind him. Is Walker already up into position number 6 here, so up 3 spots early on in this heat race. Unfortunately, he's starting to run out of time as he tries to track down some faster traffic here in front of him. Tristan Sykes just about half a second here in front of him, and then about a second and a bit, you see Skylar Pruitt in that 4th and final transfer spot. As they all continue to duke it out here on the racetrack, it's all that 27 ride of Landon Price. As Price continues to lead the way here in this one. Price out in front, Eddie Farnes still in tow. Braden Carter still working that inside lane, trying to figure out a way down and around that number 21 ride, and he's going to have only a couple more tries at it as the white flag has been displayed. Skylar Pruitt up into the outside fence, a heartbreaker for the 96 ride as he was in a transfer spot. Is down through 3 and out of 4. It's the 27 of Landon Price who's going to jump up and take heat race win number 2. Eddie Farnes, Braden Carter, and Tristan Sykes are top 4. Nate Walker just on the outside looking in there of a transfer spot. Ty Dickinson, Bobby Murray, Michael Thompson, and Skylar Pruitt rounding out the field. They're in heat race number 1. Wowzers, what a race, what a run right there. These drivers running nose to tail and door to door for a ton of laps, a complete opposite end of the spectrum from what we saw in that first heat race, where we saw that number 51 ride just get out to a massive lead and continue to just kind of edge out farther and farther and farther away from the rest of the field. And man, he made it look easy. His Lassiter looking to have himself a great night, but now the big question is, can these these drivers hold on. They got a lot of laps of racing here this evening. 50 laps for this A main feature event, and drivers are going to have to be on their tippy toes. They got to make sure they hit these restarts perfectly. They got to stay out of trouble. They got to make sure that they can keep the tires underneath of them here for that whole 50 laps. And it could come down to whoever can save the most tire in that first 30, 35 laps of the race, and then that final 15 or 20 laps, the drivers with the fresher tires just trying to stroll around all the cars that are struggling with the weaker tires that may be harder on the car early in the race. So it's going to be interesting to see if tire conservation becomes an issue here on the evening, if drivers got to kind of tone it down a little bit towards the start of this race to kind of put themselves in a better position late in this one. As they're going to roll out onto the racetrack here, a quick warm-up session. We'll get ready for this A main feature event in just a few more moments. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, don't go anywhere, as we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose for our A main feature event in just a few more moments. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you came here for a show. Well, here you go. Our A main feature event about to get underway. These drivers are about to roll out onto the racetrack. They're going to get loaded in behind the official iRacing pace truck. And we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose. As Skylar Pruitt says, can't win a heat, might as well put on a show in the feature. Trying to go from the back of the pack to the front of the field in that 96 ride. It's going to be exciting to see what Pruitt can do out there on the track. He's going to have himself an extra 10 laps to try to navigate through the traffic, through the carnage, through the mayhem that may ensue in front of him here this evening. As warm-up coming to a close, our feature event gonna get loaded into the sim. As each and every one of these drivers gets loaded into the action here, we'll get ready for our starting lineup. And starting on the outside of the front row, already loaded in and ready to go, it is the Volusia Speed Shop number 27. That is the Black Diamond Mafia Volusia Speed Shop Nueva Designs number 27 of Landon Price. Starting in position number 3 in the Volusia Speed Shop VLR number 23, it is Matt George into his outside. In the DOA Pro Wrestling Plum Wild Podcast number 21 is the Mountain View Plumbing Ride of Eddie Farnes. Starting in position number 5 in the Hot Lap Heroes Crow Trucking number 37, that is Brandon Marlowe rounding out our top 5, but starting at the front of the field. In the 51 ride, it is the Hot Lap Heroes Custom Race Engines Incorporated number 51, that is Jacob Lassiter. Supposed to be starting in the 6th position was Braden Carter. Unfortunately, Carter gonna miss the start of this feature event, so a tough break there for Braden Carter, as that will move the 99 ride of Tristan Sykes up into position number 6. Starting in that 7th position, it's the 15 ride, the Gears Unlimited machine of Nicholas Ely into his outside. In the 56 ride, that is Nate Walker. Starting in position number 9 in the 17 ride, that is Jeremiah Johnson into his outside. In the Black Diamond Mafia Papa Mike Promotions E&D Farms number 67, that is the 09 laser engraving ride of Ty Dickinson. Starting in position number 11 in the number 35 ride, it's the TAC 3 VLR Volusia Speed Shop ride of Tyler Burrow into his outside. In the Bulletproof Motorsports number 1. That is the Black Diamond Mafia Papa Mike Promotions ride number 1 of Bobby Murray. Jason Luther in the 00, going to start there in 13th. He's got the 71 of Michael Thompson to his outside. Then you see the 3 ride of Dylan Murray in his Black Diamond Mafia number 3 ride, starting there in the 15th position. He's got the boss man, Skylar Pruitt, there to his outside. Bringing up the rear of the field is the 58 T-Machine of Tanner Euling. And Braden Carter, unfortunately, missing the start of this feature event. As Lassiter gonna see the green flag flying this time at a quarter number 4, as we are going to end all the anticipation with our feature presentation. As we are quickly green flag racing here from the Sunshine State, it's Volusia Speedway Park here for the season finale of the Home Track Hero Series, as Jacob Lassiter out in front looking to try to run away with it, but here comes Eddie Farnes trying to use that inside lane to his advantage. Right down low as Eddie works underneath of Landon Price. Price up on the high side here, trying to get hooked up in that Black Diamond Mafia ride as they battle almost door to door there down across the line for position number 2. Brandon Marlowe quickly trying to work himself into that battle for position number 2 on the racetrack, as he may try to poke his nose right underneath this 21 ride down through quarter 3 and out of 4, but a good run there out of the middle group for that 21, gonna keep him in front of that 37 machine. Tristan Sykes there in position number 5, trying to hold on to it as he's getting swarmed here by a pair of Volusia Speed Shop rides, as that is the TAC 3 VLR machine of Tyler Burrow. Down low, going to work himself around him. The 23 of Matt George up there on the high side. It's a Hornet's Nest back here just outside our top 5. The 17 ride, Jeremiah Johnson down low is a little bit of 4 wide. Back there through 3 and 4. Stuck right in the middle. We saw Nicholas Ely, a little bit of contact here deeper in the pack, as we do see a couple drivers getting bounced around. The 58T of Tanner Euling going to go around, and that will bring our first caution flag of the day out. Wowzers. Philip Cunningham says, RC Trucking watching from Pearl River, Louisiana. Let's go. Little Louisiana up in the house. Listen, I know Louisiana is known for some crawfish. I've heard some things about crawfish and how it's really good. I've never been there. I've never experienced crawfish, so I can't really say too much to it. But from what I've seen or heard, it's apparently crawfish is very, very good. So one of these days we may have to give her a shot, give her a try to see what the crawfish looks like or tastes like or anything else. I don't normally eat anything that really comes out of the water. So there you go. You see some contact there in front of Tanner Euling. Just really nowhere for him to go here, as looks like Dylan Murray and Jason Luther are going to come together here on the high side. It looks like some contact down the front straightaway as well as, ooh, yeah, 3 wide. Nate Walker stuck right in the middle of it. This is where we saw that little bit of 4 wide here into the corner as Luther going to poke his nose right down low there. 4 wide there for a split second. Contact there between the 56 and the 00, and then they just can't seem to get away from each other down that front straightaway, and unfortunately they just make some contact here, a little bit of rubbing and scrubbing. They run out of room here as the 3 right of Dylan Murray to their outside, and then kind of just a little bit of a sandwich there for Nasty Nate. They come together. Up into the fence goes Dylan Murray. Hard contact there for that 00 ride, as well as Luther nowhere to go. Comes down the racetrack and right in front of Tanner Euling. And a couple heavy hits there for drivers this evening already in this one, as we will get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing. The lights are off the official iRacing pace truck, and we'll go back to battle here in just a few more seconds. Is down through quarter number 3 and at quarter number 4. The 51 ride will set us loose once again. He is the fire car. He's the control car here on this restart. So he's going to try to catch everyone else. A little flat-footed, a good restart back there behind him. That 37 ride of Brandon Marlowe trying to use that little bit of teammate knowledge there as they try to go door to door down the back straightaway. A good run there for Brandon Marlowe, as Marlowe trying to get right down underneath that 27 ride, trying to roll around Landon Price for position number 2 on the racetrack. Tyler Burrow already up 7 spots out there on the track as that 35 ride has been a man on a mission here, working himself to the front of the field as Burrow up 7 spots there in position number 4, and looking for more is Eddie Farnes trying to hold on to that 5th position as Jeremiah Johnson, Tristan Sykes, Matt George, Nasty Nate, Nate Walker, and Nicholas Healy right there behind him as Nate Walker going to watch up the racetrack there just ever so slightly, as you see Skylar Pruitt on the outside of a top 10 looking in here. He's already up 7 spots on the racetrack as well. So a pair of hard chargers here early on in this feature event. Dylan Murray back there in position number 12 with Ty Dickinson in 13th. He's got Jason Luther, the 5 right of Braden Carter, Tanner Euling, and Michael Thompson bringing up the rear of the field as the number 1 ride of Bobby Murray. Is Murray going to get up into the fence here? Some pretty hard contact there for the 1 ride. He's going to try to keep it rolling out there on the track. He's going to get stopped now. He's going to take that car off the racetrack, luckily enough, before the caution flag was going to fly. So good job by Bobby getting it off and out of the way there before our race leaders got to him, as a big lead now for that 51 ride of Jacob Lassiter. Is Lassiter out in front here by almost a second. This 51 means business here this evening. He came to put on a show, and here you go. He is out in front and pulling away from our 2nd and 3rd place drivers, as Landon Price and Brandon Marlowe still continue to battle here for position number 2. Tyler Burrow and Jeremiah Johnson are top 5 here as these drivers putting on one heck of a race for us this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you guys enjoy the racing action, make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow, and that subscribe button as they continue to duke it out here on the racetrack. A little deeper through the field, these drivers put on a good show here for us as Nate Walker working himself now up into that 8th position. You see Skylar Pruitt trying to work himself around the 15 here. Nicholas Ely going to keep on rolling down low on the bottom side of the racetrack here in that 15 ride. As we get a good look here at our Season 1 points after race number 4 of 5. Here we go. So Brandon Marlowe came into the evening with a pretty decent points lead here. He had about 16-point lead advantage over Nicholas Ely. Jacob Lassiter, our race leader right now, was behind our points leader here by, it looks like, 20 points. Tyler Burrow in 4th, Braden Carter top 5 in the point standings. Jason Luther, Landon Price, Tristan Sykes, Nate Walker, and Dylan Murray are top 10 here in the point standings after last week's feature event. So it'll be interesting to see if drivers can try to jump up, leapfrog some other drivers, and have themselves a very good night at the racetrack. right now. Jacob Lasser doing everything he can to try to put himself into the best position possible for a checkered flag and for a shot at the championship here this evening. Unfortunately, not a whole lot of points between himself and Brandon Marlowe, as Marlowe right there in position number 3. Marlowe there in third. You see Tyler Burrow, our 4th place driver on the racetrack, 4th in the points as well. Cruising right there behind him, slowly but surely reeling them in as they start to put a little bit of gap now between themselves and our 5th place driver at 23, and Matt George. Is George there in 5th. You see Jeremiah Johnson, the 99X of Tristan Sykes, Nate Walker there in 8th, Skylar Pruitt there in 9th, our hard charger right now on the evening of 9 positions here. Is that 96 Ryan trying to reel in a few more drivers right there in front of him. Dylan Murray up inside the top 10 here as Nicholas Healy going to slide back to position number 11. And then Ty Dickinson, Jason Luther, Braden Carter. Not the run he was hoping for here this evening. Obviously missing the initial start, having to start down pit side here. Put him behind the 8 ball early on in this feature event. And he's trying to recover from that. He's trying to reel a couple of drivers in, trying to work himself closer to the front of the field, trying to stay right where he was in the point standings, maybe trying to leapfrog a few drivers if they run into issues, as Carter was in that top 5 in the point standings here for the championships coming into this evening. Brandon Marlowe continuing to try to hold on to 3rd here. He continues to put the pressure on the back bumper of the Black Diamond Mafia, number 27 ride of Landon Price. As Price starting to roll that outside groove a little bit more here, as that's going to open up the door down low for Brandon Marlowe. As Marlowe trying to keep it down low here through 1 and 2. A little higher there in 3 and 4, as the inside lane still working very strong for these drivers. Jacob Lassiter out in front. Lassiter continuing to lead the way. Landon Price right there in position number 2, as nose to tail here for that second, third, and 4th position. Big gap back to Jeremiah Johnson and Tristan Sykes duking it out there now for that 5th and 6th position, as Matt George slides back to 7th here. He's got Nate Walker slowly but surely reeling him in. Skylar Pruitt right there as well, as Pruitt starting to run a little bit more of a slide job lane. Unfortunately, not finding the speed he needs to reel in that 56 and 23 ride right now, but he's trying to get that car figured out, trying to get that thing hooked up and towards the front of the field. Alrighty, as Jacob Lassiter starting to see a little bit of lap traffic here in front of him, as the first driver to possibly go a lap down here on the evening is that number 1 rider, Bobby Murray. Unfortunately, he's already a couple laps down after having to make a unscheduled pit stop and bring his machine down pit side there after hard contact with the outside fence. He was down there for a couple minutes. He's back out onto the racetrack. Unfortunately, he's got our race leaders right back there behind him. No lucky dogs for that number 1 ride, as lucky dogs in the series, and hopefully no more caution flags, as out in front Jacob Lassiter would love to see this go clean and green right to the very end, as clean and green is exactly what he would want. But oh no, the announcer's curse coming out. Unfortunately, we are going to see another caution flag, our second caution flag here of the evening, as the 67 ride of Ty Dickinson just outside the top 10. Ooh, just does not get a good run there off of corner number 4, and the 5 ride with a big head of steam here, just going to make some contact underneath of him. You see the 67 get a little loose there out at corner number 4. I think that kills a lot of his momentum. And as that happens, unfortunately, that's just going to bring this number 5 ride right to his back bumper a little bit quicker than he was anticipating. Netcode sucks. Yeah, definitely could be a little netcode. You see that car just straighten out right there. Gets a little bit loose. He catches it, and the car just already kind of pointed down in towards the wall there, and tries to correct it. Unfortunately, some pretty hard contact with that wall, and yeah, that's a bit of a weird one. That car looked like it was already kind of going around, and Doesn't really look like the 5 ride made any malicious contact, if any contact, to that back bumper of the 67 ride, in a tough break there for Ty Dickinson as he's going to take that Black Diamond Mafia Volusia Speed Shop, Papa Mike Promotions, E&D Farms number 67 ride down pit side to get some work done. Didn't even touch him yet. Didn't even touch him there. That's definitely a net code thing. A good old iRacing caution flag right there, if I do say so myself. Is that, you know what, that it happens. It happens. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it doesn't. You know, it is what it is. That's just racing on a simulator. Can never be perfect and never expect it to be. And that's just a top break right there for the 67 ride of Ty Dickinson, as we will get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing. Jacob Lassiter out in front. Going to see that green flag fly here once again as our second restart of the evening. He quickly jumps onto that loud pedal, looking to try to open up that big advantage that he had here in a quick race. It's a dogfight back there behind him in contact. Up into the outside fence goes Nate Walker, the 3 rider, Dylan Murray, and Matt George. All getting collected here in this one as the Spartan transportation machine. Heavy damage there. We'll take a look and see what happened, as it looks like it starts right here in that battle for the 7th and 8th position. Not sure if Nate Walker possibly just slides up the racetrack, or the 23 comes down here. Ooh, maybe the 23 coming down just a little bit off of the outside fence here, and I think that's just going to create a little contact into that right rear quarter panel of the 56 ride. Yeah, you see George kind of coming down, and unfortunately they make contact. Nowhere to go. Bobby Murray going to push him in there even farther, as he's not anticipating the contact, and obviously some pretty hard contact there for all 3 drivers, as the 56, the 23, and the 3 machine all in a good piece of that outside fence. I'd say that the 56 has probably the least amount of damage out of that one, as he backed up into it. Not a whole lot of front end damage, but nonetheless, they'll take their cars down pit side, they'll get some work done, and they'll be back out there onto the racetrack. We already got them stacked up 2 by 2 by 2 here. These drivers are ready to go back to battle, as down at a corner number 3 and 4, we're going to see that pace truck make the hard left-hand turn and go back to green flag racing. Green flag quickly back out into the air here for Jacob Lassiter. He is going to clear that 27 ride of Landon Price's Price, trying to stay right there. The hits outside, trying to hang on to that right rear quarter panel, not letting this 51 ride get full range of the racetrack. He's got his nose right there. Just can't quite get the run he needs to stay to the outside of that 51 ride, as Jacob Lassiter going to continue to lead us down the back straightaway, as we are going to see another caution flag fly here through the final bits of this race, as cautions breeding cautions. Looks like a few more cars getting collected here a little deeper in the field. Oh yeah, just good hard racing, and just unfortunately the 71 ride kind of linked a little bit there in 3 and 4, and then trying to get the handle of it. Unfortunately gets a good run, gets into the back end of the 1 ride of Bobby Murray, bounces off Nate Walker and up into the wall there. And as the Murrays come together as well, you see the 3 ride getting some more damage there for Dylan Murray, and then see Bobby and that 56 ride going to come together there on the bottom side of corner number 1, as well as Bobby Murray just kind of trying to stay out of the way as much as possible. Unfortunately gets a big piece of that number 3, a big piece of the 56. You see some pretty heavy damage again for the number 56 ride of Nate Walker, as Walker going to slide up the racetrack again and get back in to that 1 ride, and that's going to put him right up on top of the fence there, and some pretty heavy damage for all 4 of those drivers collected in that one. As jump on board here, see if we can get a good camera angle from that number 56 rider Nate Walker, as he was just trying to hang on to it and keep himself out of trouble there on the racetrack. As jump right into the helmet cam of this 56 rider. Oh man, he was so close to getting around that too, and it's a pretty heavy contact there between him and the 1 ride there. You see the 1 drive right down off the wall and right back out onto the racetrack there. But I think all those drivers will get some quick repairs and back out onto the racetrack. Alrighty, we are back to green flag racing as quickly. 51 ride of Jacob Lassiter. Gonna jump back to the front of the field here quickly, trying to open up that gap here again between himself and Landon Bryce. Bryce, though, trying to figure out as much as he can off that 51 ride, trying to figure out how he needs to beat him on one of these restarts as Tyler Burrow now up into third here. So Burrow still trying to march himself to the front of the field, and then you see Tristan Sykes right there in position number 4 is there. 3 wide back here for position number 4 on the racetrack. Almost 4 wide right there for a split second. It's Brandon Marlowe trying to hold on to that 4th spot. He's got Tristan Sykes to his outside. 17 of Jeremiah Johnson there, and Eddie Barnes past Eddie down the inside here, trying to get a roll down on the bottom side to jump into that action. You'll see Skylar Pruitt right there in the 8th position as Pruitt trying to work himself closer and closer to the front of the field as Nicholas Ely and Braden Carter round out our top 10. Is Carter there in that 10th position. You see Tanner Euling there in 11th with Nate Walker. In position number 12, Matt Georgetown, Dickinson, Michael Thompson, Bobby Murray, and Dylan Murray rounding out our field. It's a hornet's nest deeper in the pack here. Now looking like our top 5 or 6 kind of getting separated here. Everyone trying to work themselves into a better position, and you see a lot of drivers bouncing around, moving forward, moving backwards. One of those drivers moving forwards is that 96 ride. And Skylar Pruitt is contact. Hang on to it. Jeremiah Johnson going to go around here. I do believe we are going to see that caution flag fly as Jeremiah Johnson going for a loop-de-loop there in quarter number 2. I don't know if he had any help. We'll take a look and see what happened here. Do the 17 ride at the Team CFM Esports, Tag 3, the Jewel State Speed Shop ride. Sends it into the corner. He gets checked up right there as it's a little contact in the back bumper of the 15 ride of Nicholas Ely. And as they make that little bit of contact, I think he grabs the brakes. Unfortunately, grabs him a little bit too hard and just kind of kicks that car around her. Little net code again from iRacing. You see the 56 ride just narrowly avoiding him there as Nate Walker trying to keep himself out of trouble. So does Ty Dickinson as they're all able to avoid additional contact with that 17 ride. So no harm, no foul. That means we'll just get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing. Stacy Benton, Stacy coming in, showing the love, says gas is on the right. Nate Walker cheered on Mr. Walker out there is, yeah, gas is on the right, 100%. 100%, gas is on the right. Dolphin Wiley coming in, showing the love as well. Coming in, showing the big love here in this one. Says, let's get it done. Hot Lap Heroes Racing cheered on. That number, 51 right at Jacob Lassiter. He's going to see another green flag flying quickly. Jumping back on the loud pedal here as Lassiter looking to try to pick up not only the win here this evening, but maybe picking up the championship. He would need his teammate Brandon Marlowe to have a very bad night as Marlowe was up in that 3rd spot for a lot of laps, but here under these final couple caution flags, he's been sliding backwards, now finds himself back in that 8th position. So this 37 ride better hang on and hope for the best here as an outcome late in this race. In front, Lassiter showing him how to get it done. Tyler Burrow right there in position number 2. Eddie Barnes there in 3rd is Eddie. Up into that 3rd spot, having himself a great run as he works to the outside of Landon Bryce. Bryce going to go for the big slider there in 3 and 4. It's not going to work out for him here as he's going to lose a couple spots. So there goes Tristan Sykes and Skylar Pruitt right around him. The 15 right and Nicholas Ely right there in the middle of things here, trying to get that 15 right up towards the front of the field. Got a lot of fast cats there from him, a lot of fast cats back there behind him with Skylar Pruitt trying to break free here and into that 4th position on the racetrack and trying to work himself up towards the podium finish here as he started all the way back at the rear of the field in the 18th position. Now finds that Black Diamond Motorsports number 96 right up into position number 4. Little tough contact. Deeper back there is up into the outside fence goes Nicholas Ely. Healy hard into that outside fence. No caution flag. There it is. Caution flag will fly as heavy damage here to the right front of that 15 right as the Gears Unlimited machine going to have to go down pit side and get some heavy, extensive repairs done to that 15 machine as we will take a look at it and see as a little bit of leaning on each other here through 3 and 4 for the 99 of Tristan Sykes, the 15 as well of Nicholas Healy as they're kind of beating and banging. See the 99 just get very, very loose there through corner number 3 and 4. Then looks like run out of room there. Landon Price in the 15 ride is up into the outside fence here. I'm not sure if Price really realized he was there, kind of washed up a little bit like he was trying to get himself a better angle or better arc into corner number 1, and unfortunately the 15 rider Nicholas Healy, he was already out there. He was on the high side and got pinched up into the outside fence, and a tough break there for him as he's going to have to try to get that car repaired and back up towards the front of the field here for another solid run here in this series. As we will get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing here. The laps are continuing to count down, and we're getting closer and closer to this checkered flag as I do believe it's going to be a 3-lap shootout to the finish. Does Jacob Lassiter hang on and be the reflection of perfection here this evening? Can he keep that number 51 ride out in front for every lap here today? Or does Tyler Burrow, Eddie Farnes, Skylar Pruitt, Brandon Marlowe have anything to say about that as they look to try to jump up here and knock that 51 ride off the top spot and put him back there behind them? We'll get ready to see how it all plays out here as the pace truck going to make that hard left-hand turn back down pit side here in just a few more moments. Alrighty, it's Jacob Lassiter. Nice and easy here at a corner number 4 is going to see that green flag fly, and we are back to green flag racing. A good restart for the 35 rider Tyler Burrow as Burrow going to try to put the pressure on the back bumper here at Lassiter. Lassiter going to try to hold him off here. It's nice and easy down through corner number 3 and at a corner number 4. They're going to click up another lap as they see the twin sticks. 2 more laps left to go here from Volusia Speedway Park. Our final night of racing action here for the Home Track Hero Series, the HomeTown Hero Series, presented by Black Diamond Mafia, is out in front. The 51 rider Jacob Lassiter is going to see that white flag fly one more time around here for Jacob Lassiter, but he's getting a rear view mirror full of that 35 ride. As Tyler Burrow's there, he's taking a look down to the inside. They're going to drag race back to the start finish line. Lassiter up on the high side is going to get it done as he picks up the checkered flag here in a close one this evening. Tyler Burrow there in second. Eddie Farnes with a great run there in third. Skylar Pruitt, our hard charger, up 14 positions into position number 4. And then Brandon Marlowe rounding out our top 5. But it's all Jacob Lassiter here in this one as Jacob gets it done and parks that number 51 up in the Volusia Speedway victory lane. Our top 3 will roll up onto the front straightaway here for post-race interviews. We'll get ready to jump up into the booth here with our top 3 drivers for some post-race interviews. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you guys enjoyed that racing action, make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button, hit that follow and subscribe button as we get ready to bring these drivers up into the booth here for the final time this season. Alrighty, let's see if they're already in here or not. I do see a couple of them. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up here for our race winner, Jacob Lassiter. As Lassiter gets it done, picks up the win. We're going to pull him up into the broadcast booth. Hey, Jacob, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. They get a copy? Jacob, man, what a run, what a drive as you work that number 51 ride to perfection here this evening. You're able to keep yourself out in front for every single lap here today and hold all these drivers at bay and pick up a big dub here in the season finale. Take us back through this one and how you got it done. Oh, 1 second here, 1 second. I don't think they can hear you. No, I can hear you. I got to make sure that chat can hear you. I don't think they can. I have to change audio real quick here in. Try that. Say something.
All right, you got me now?
Yeah, okay, perfect. They got you. All right, Jacob, take us back through this one, man, as you're able to get it done and park that 51 ride up here in Victory Lane.
Man, I just got fortunate with the pill draw. I knew coming in, that was going to be crucial, and I didn't blow it. I hope, that was something that you have in the back of your mind. You get a good pill draw, and then you do something crazy or screw up and blow it. We didn't. I got very fortunate on the restarts, and just hats off to the guys up there, Landon and Tyler, and all the ones that were running up front. Like, you know, having a good group like that to race with and run you clean just makes a big difference. And Landon got a big run on me a couple restarts before that last one, and I thought, here we go, I'm going to be in bad shape. But I was able to just stay smooth and just try to hit my marks and try to keep the throttle under me, and just worked out, and got very fortunate.
Absolutely worked out perfectly here in your favor as you were able to keep yourself putting it in the right direction, hold these guys off, even with all that pressure there. A couple late race caution flags, bringing them right back to your outside and right to your back bumper here late in this race. And what's going through your mind there, knowing that you have only a couple lap shootout here at the end? And obviously, you see that 35 ride has been working himself up through the field. Eddie's been up there battling tough all evening long. Did you think one of those guys maybe saved a little extra tire, maybe had something left in the tank there to really give you a run for your money late in this one?
Man, I was talking to Brandon about that during the race. I got out to a couple seconds, and I told him, I was like, dude, I don't know if people are saving or if the car's just that good, because I'm never 2 seconds faster than people usually. So he said, nah, he said, we're pushing it. And I said, well, I'm gonna back off just a little bit and try to save a little bit. And I don't know if just had enough at the end or what. I screwed up on the last lap for sure. But Tyler was quick, man. Like, he's been quick. He's been quick the whole series, and he's just been buried because of the draw. But he for sure could have won. If it's 51 laps, I don't think I'm sitting here with the win. You know what I mean? He was very quick, and I don't know what he had left as far as tires go. But like I said, man, it's a 50 lap race, and we ended up on top. So.
Absolutely, and a great season and a great run for you here to cap things off, Jacob, as you park that 51 ride up in the Volusia Speedway Park, Victory Lane. Who would you like to thank here for not only a great run and strong performance here this evening, but all season long?
Just got to give a shout out to all the guys at Team Hot Lap Heroes. I got to give a shout out to you for the broadcast, and got to give a shout out to Matt and Tristan and all the ones that run this league for us. We had a couple rough nights, but all in all, I thought it was pretty fun. The track was pretty racy, usually most nights, and it's super competitive in here, man. Like, I knew with some of the names that signed up, it was going to be tough. So, I'm fortunate to get a win for sure, and but I gotta give a shout out to Brandon for sure, Brandon Marlowe. I think he's gonna win the championship, but man, he put in a lot of time getting this setup dialed in. And I got on here tonight and hadn't even turned a lap with it, and he gave it to me. And just having a teammate like that makes a big difference, for sure. Because without a good setup, without somebody putting in the time and effort, um, you don't get these wins. You know what I mean? They're not easy. So, hats off to him and on sending me the setup and getting the championship, man. Really proud of him. He's been busting his butt this whole series, and so hats off to him.
Absolutely, definitely been a very, very fast car each and every night there for that 37 ride, and he is the champion here of the series as well. And well, a great teammate right there, speaks levels as he gives you that race-winning setup here before the race, able to help you out and push you up into victory lane. Got to feel like a victory not only for himself but also for the whole team as you guys pick up the win and the championship here this evening. Jacob, congratulations on the great run. Congratulations on the great race. And hopefully we'll see you out here for Hometown Heroes Series number 2.
Hey man, we look, we're looking forward to it. hate these late start times. I got to early get up, but man, it's been a fun series for sure. So we're gonna try to do it again. I got to give a shout out to the wife. I forgot to give her a shout out for taking care of that little one, man, giving me opportunity to come in here and do this. So hats off to her.
Absolutely, definitely shout out to her as well. Jacob, congratulations. Great run, great race, and we can't wait to see you back out there on the racetrack in the next one.
Appreciate you, peace.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our race winner, Jacob Lassiter. Lassiter picks up the win, parks his ride up in victory lane as we'll get ready to pull in our second place finisher here on the evening. The 35 ride of Tyler Burrow, as Burrow coming home here in position number 2. We're going to pull him up into the broadcast booth. Hey, Tyler, it's Aaron up here at the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. To get a copy?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Not too bad. Tyler, man, what a run, what a race here. You came on hot quickly here in this one as you work yourself up through traffic there, starting about mid-pack, and you were quickly working yourself up to the front of the field, and then here late in this race, you had a very strong car, a very fast ride. You were all over the back bumper of that 51 ride, hoping for maybe a little bit of a mistake, maybe a slip-up out of Jacob Lassiter. Unfortunately, he just never made that mistake, never faltered, and never really gave you that golden opportunity to try to make that move to get around him here tonight in this one. But take us back through this wild race and how you got to the front of the field.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like all season we've been back at the pack to start, just never really got a good draw or just didn't have good luck in the heat races. So had to start deep again, which was, like I said, kind of normal for this series. But we got up, I think, to 6 pretty quick. Had a pretty good start there at the start of the race and just kind of rode behind Marlowe and Price there for a number of laps in the middle of the race, just trying to save our stuff, and kind of knew we'd be fast because it seemed like all season, just towards the end of the race, we'd always get better. Felt like we could chase down those guys if we just, if we could just get to the front.
Absolutely. Even as Jacob said, if this race might have been 51 laps or 52 laps, he doesn't think he was going to be in victory lane, as you were right there putting that pressure on him and definitely showing that you might have had a better car late in this race than that 51 machine. But nonetheless, you come home with a solid second place run. You park it up here on the front straightaway, and a good evening points wise as well for yourself as you were in that hunt towards the front of the points championship. Unfortunately, Lasser was there in front of you, and I don't know how many points he would have gained over Nicholas Ely to maybe jump up into the top 3 here, but you definitely might have an opportunity as Ely finishing back in that 14th position, a solid second place run like you had here this evening, maybe enough for you to leapfrog him and jump up inside the top 3.
Yeah, we'll see where we land. Like I said, I was just kind of happy to finally get a podium, get in here, talk to you a little bit. I thought we were going to have a shot all season and just never could have the luck to get there. But yeah, I think a couple more laps. I really didn't want to see that last caution. I thought if we had a green flag run, we could probably run Jacob down and at least, try to make a run on him. But that last caution, it just makes it tough. You kind of felt like our car was better on a longer run.
Absolutely, definitely looks strong out there all evening long. And you park it up here in position number 2. Tyler, who would you like to thank for such a great run and strong performance here this evening and all season long?
Yeah, just need to thank my teammates, JJR and Matt George. They were with us all season here in the series. And, of course, Blake and Evan for the setups. The guys over at CFM do a phenomenal job and keeping us quick. And then just, all my buddies over at VLR.
Beauty. Well, a very good run, a very strong performance here this evening, Tyler. We hope to see you back out there on the racetrack for Season 2 of the Hometown Heroes, and hopefully we'll see you right back up here in the broadcast booth and maybe up in victory lane in the next one.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope Matt and Tristan keeps these going because it's awesome. I love having a later start time. It gives me an opportunity to race with these guys, and just hats off to them for a great season.
Absolutely, Tyler. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
All right, thank you, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our second place finisher, Tyler Burrow, as Tyler coming home here in position number 2. A great run and a great drive there into that 35 right as we're going to get ready to pull in our third place finisher here on the evening. It's Fast Eddie Farnes coming home here in position number 3. A great run and a great drive there for Eddie is my boy, my dude, Brian, coming in, showing the love. How are you, Dude Guy 2.0, coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream. Chris Peters also coming in with that thumbs up here on the broadcast. As we're going to pull in Eddie Farnes for his post-race interview. Hey, Eddie, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth. You got a copy?
I do.
Eddie, my boy, what a run, what a race, man. Take us back through this one as we saw a bit of an up and down day here for you inside the top 6 or 7 there as slide back a little bit. You battle back here late in the race, though, to put yourself in position for a solid top 3 run, man. But some great racing there at the front of the field as you guys duked it out lap after lap after lap. You, Tyler Burrow, you throw Skylar Pruitt in there a little bit, Brandon Marlowe, Tristan Sykes, Landon Price, and, so many other great talented drivers up there inside the top 5 throughout this evening that put a lot of pressure and a lot of great racing action there at the front of the field.
Yeah, for sure. No, early on, I think it was Tristan. We got a little bit of contact, and he said I blinked or something, so I just let everyone go by, honestly. It was a 50-lap race, and this new update, you kind of got to save the tires a little bit, so I kind of brought some strategy into it tonight. I saved, I think it was like about lap 25, I started going for it. And then we had those cautions back to back, and it just kept helping me move forward. And then we had that good run there, and I got up to 4th or 5th, and then it got crazy there towards the end. Like 10 laps ago, there was a lot of us going at it for the positions right there. So, no, all in all, like I said, I just put some strategy into it, and then it ended up working out. I just needed a little bit more there at the end to get by those two.
Absolutely. A little bit of strategy, maybe fired a little bit too late there. Maybe those caution flags might have cooled the tires off a little bit too much for you to really have that bigger advantage than what you were looking for if you might have had a bit of a longer green flag run late in this race to really make that move and drive up there and maybe make the pass around that 35 and 51 right of Lassiter and Burrow. But nonetheless, he still put on a great show here for us all evening long, and he worked that 21 right up here into that final podium finish here of the season. Eddie, who would you like to thank for not only a great run here tonight in this one, but all season long?
Yeah, I mean, all the time it's just my real life sponsors: Mountain View Plumbing, DOA Pro Wrestling, Amazing Embroidery, Screen Printing, Pride and Groom, Pet Grooming, Cedarscapes. Those are the real life people I always put on the car. Like tonight, I got the Plum Wild Wet podcast on there. Free speed setups by Casey. That's a good deal he's got going on over there. Helping people out that don't want to spend the money on the setups that everyone thinks you need to be fast. And so just a big shout out to those guys. And then a big shout out to Matt and Tristan for putting this on. It was kind of fun just to run 5 weeks of the same track. And we saw 5 different winners, so it was pretty awesome to see that. And you for putting on a show as always.
Absolutely, brother. Eddie, congratulations. A solid run and a solid season here for you in this one, and a great way to cap things off, and hopefully we'll see you back out there on the racetrack for Season 2 of the Hometown Hero Series here in a short couple weeks, and possibly a different night, different cars, and different racetracks here for the next one.
Yeah, for sure. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely, Eddie. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
You as well.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for the 21 ride of Eddie Farnes. As Eddie coming home here in position number 3. A great run and a great drive there for that 21 machine as we'll get ready to pull in our 5th place driver of the evening, but he's not just our top 5 finisher here tonight. He is our champion here of the Hometown Hero Series, as the number 37 of Brandon Marlowe is our champion here. We're going to pull Brandon in for a quick post-race interview. Hey, Brandon, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Brandon, what a run, what a race, not only here tonight, but all season long, as you're going to cap it off here tonight in this one with a solid top 5 run to capture the checkered flag and the championship here on the season, as the final checkered flag is thrown. You're enough of a points gap over, Nicholas Ely and Jacob Lassiter rolling into this evening that you just had to have yourself a solid, decent run, and you're able to cap it off with that championship, man. Take us back through the evening, through, the thought process of where you need to be, how many points you might need to have if something happens to you, as Jacob Lassiter was out in front running very, very good. You still had Ely back there behind you, but with Burrow and, Jacob Lassiter running at the front of the field, we're getting a little bit nervous there throughout this race, and when you guys were, 2 wide, 3 wide back there battling just inside the top 10.
Jacob and I kind of, we talked it over, and we kind of knew where we were sitting. What I needed to do to hold on to the championship lead, and what he needed to do to get into second there, points wise. So, we had a pretty good, mindset on where we needed to finish. Early in the race on that long run, I was running there in third behind Landon, and I felt pretty comfortable there. I just wanted to see it stay green, while we were all stretched out. And then once those cautions came in, then it just kind of turned into surviving, with the beating and banging that was going on. Just, a hard race, and just not wanting to get took out there, and just knew I needed to hang on and survive, and come away with another top 10 to hang on to the points lead.
Absolutely, definitely the bigger picture driving here this evening for you, knowing that you're trying to get that championship into your back pocket, not trying to push the car, too far out of your limits or anything else, or putting yourself in those bad situations where, you could be running 2 wide or 3 wide there and trying to throw it in deeper, or trying to have, drivers, work underneath you and pinch them down or anything else, and take yourself out of contention, not only for a top 5, but take yourself out of contention for that championship. Definitely had to be sitting in the back of your mind just to be patient and just to keep on rolling out there and not put yourself in those bad situations that could affect the outcome of the championship.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just, was fortunate to have a good season overall, being able to pick up the win the first week, and being able to have some good runs the following weeks to have a little bit of a points lead coming in tonight. So just, had to see the big picture there, and just, hang on to it, and, not try to do anything crazy.
Absolutely. Well, you don't do too much crazy on the racetrack here tonight, but in the point standings, crazy enough, you pick yourself up another championship. Brandon, congratulations on picking up the championship here in the Hometown Hero Series. Who would you like to thank here for not only a great run and a great race here this evening, but a great run here all series long, as you're able to lead us all the way through this point season and up into that championship victory lane?
First off, just got to give, a shout out, a thank you to Matt, Tristan, Skylar, all those guys that put this on, because they don't have to do this, but, they chose to put up with the headache and everything, putting the league on, giving us a place to race. So, I really appreciate that. You with the broadcast, man, you always do an awesome job. All my teammates, Hot Lap Heroes, especially, Jacob, sticking this out. Congrats to him on the win tonight and moving into second in points. It's awesome to go 1-2 in the points. Got to give a shout out to my wife for dealing with, me wanting to come in here and practice and put time in on this thing, and, staying up late since doing this, every night. So definitely got to give a shout out to her. Just all the guys on the team, and just it's been a long season, kind of a long 5 weeks. Just kind of glad that it's over and can relax now.
Absolutely, brother. Well, we're going to let you relax here for the rest of the night. Hopefully you get yourself a nice cold beer and enjoy the championship here for the next couple weeks before we get ready for season 2. And hopefully we'll see you right back out there on the racetrack and trying to pick up another championship here in season 2 of the Hometown Hero Series.
Oh yeah, looking forward to it.
Well, Brandon, enjoy the rest of your night, and congratulations once again on being the champion here in the Hometown Hero Series.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our points champion, Brandon Marlowe. Is Marlowe going to pick up that points championship? A heck of a season and a heck of a run from him here tonight, just putting himself in that best position possible to pick up that championship. And it was a mission accomplished here for that 37 ride as he gets it done and gets that championship under his belt here this evening. But listen, that is going to do it for us here this evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for coming in and showing the love here throughout the evening. All the likes, the comments, the shares. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I will see you guys all back here tomorrow evening for some more racing action, as we'll be back in action with the HCK Beagles Truck Series, as they end up in a very, very close, a very fun points battle here for their championship, their playoff run, and we look forward to the next round of their playoff series tomorrow night, and hopefully I see you guys back here in the broadcast booth. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out for now, baby. Peace out for now, ladies and gentlemen.